The preseason favorites taking on the new kids on the block. Louisiana Tech, picked to win Conference USA, still in search of its first road conference win. Takes on a Kennesaw State squad undefeated at home with a star-studded freshman class working to make headlines once again. Thanks for joining us for a great night of basketball. Nolan Alexander here with the longtime coach, Brandon Johnson. Coach, excited to saddle it up with you coming off your first network TV gigs. Great job, and what a matchup tonight.
Indeed, it is a matchup. Conference USA, you have the preseason favorite, which was Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, coming against the last preseason favorite is the new kids on the block, Kennesaw State Owls. So somewhere in line, they've got to come in the middle, battle this thing out, and see who is true contender in this league. One
thing these teams have in common is close finishes. Let's take you back to their last games. Thursday night, Louisiana Tech on the road at Jacksonville State, late down by 2, a foul with 11 seconds to go. So the Bulldogs get a set play from out of bounds. It goes to Sean Newman, second in the nation in assists. However, here says, I got them myself. Step back 3 for the win. No, too strong to the right. And the Gamecocks hold on and make it 7 straight wins at home inside Pete Matthews Coliseum, a 2-point win. Kennesaw State taking on the defending regular season champs, Sam Houston State, gets a hold late defensively. Then Simeon Cottle for the win from half court. No, going to overtime. Cottle hits his first 3 in the extra period, and the Owls go on a strong run against Sam Houston with these freshmen. Jamil Miller, a massive flush, all the momentum with the hosts. Another star freshman, Braden Liu, had the double-double over the Bearcats as the Owls win by 6. For more on KSU, let's check in with a third member of our team, Maria Martin. Look at this in the league. A 6-way tie for third place. More than half the league sitting at 5 and 4. We'll see who moves to the top here in the month of February. Nolan Alexander joined by Jordan Griffith. Thanks for tuning in. Courtside here in Kennesaw, Georgia. Truck Turner, the former college basketball star. Truck, we've got 3 of the top 5 scores in Conference USA. The stars have aligned for this one. Bully, Miller time!
Beautiful pass by Simeon Cottle on the baseline, and Miller pushes the button on the Bearcats.
The freshman rocks the rim, lead at 3 for KSU. Newman lost the handle. Woolley slams it. Head away, blocked by Sherman, who keeps it in bounds. A stellar play from the sophomore. Now he comes up for the loose ball. Look at that hustle. Woolley underneath and 1.
Just great.
Clip it, name it, show it in a clinic. Maggie Tucker, the academic advisor for the Owls, has done excellent work this year for KSU. Second missed, Woolley, who sports almost a 4.0 as a freshman, pulls down the board. UTEP still feeling the scoring drought. 9-0 run for the Owls. Stolen away, might come to an end here. Terrell in the fast break, and he tomahawks it down. Cottle, Pete check. Oh yeah!
My goodness.
Simeon Cottle, 4 straight makes from the field. Barnes working baseline, bounces. Kalu tries for back-to-back, but he's denied by Ronji Gordon. Good defense from the senior out of Montgomery, Alabama. Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Freeze it! Posterize it! This game was tied at 36 at halftime. KSU led by as much as 9 in the first half. Right over to Liu, who goes over Nicholson for the slam. That's the second time tonight that Liu's done that. And now he comes up with a steal. Gordon, right. Back out to Cottle. Oh my! Woolley finds Cottle. Over to Liu, and Liu throws it down with a foul. 2:30 to go. Middle Tennessee trying to groove on the way to Conference USA's 6th road win on a Saturday. So they hang on to what has been trimmed to a 6-point lead. Justin Porter, early in January, practicing the Hakuna Matata life. No worries. That's it. In tweet. Hit send. Since then, here's how things transpire. That was the first 2 conference games. Oh, look at that. A surge of 15 more points per game. Field goal percentage has gone through the roof, and he's hitting a third of his 3-pointers. Senior day at Kennesaw State, and for Ricardo Wright, transferred to the program from SMU. Wright, a Eustis, Florida native. His father, a former DJ named Night Owl, had a food truck, Night Owl Caribbeans, for 15 years. Opened up his own restaurant. There's his father, Richard Wright. And on the visit to Kennesaw State, something caught their eye. The Night Owls, the same DJ and restaurant name. Those are the Night Owls who work with event and venue management for game day operations. Richard, the father, saw that, told Ricardo, that seals the deal. This is the place to be. Ricardo, of course, agreed. And here he is, senior day for Kennesaw State. There's one of those Night Owls. And there you saw Williams finishing it off for the former Oklahoma State Cowboy. Last year, he played against Abilene Christian. The Wildcats won, and Brett Tanner told us that was a big part of their recruiting pitch. As Williams transferred to Abilene Christian this year, now the leading scorer at just under 14 a game. Hard hit to the floor for FIU's Jonathan Abar. And he's overcome so many injuries in his career. That one on the noggin. Jeremy Ballard, the head coach for the Panthers, told us he's got 8 screws in his ankle. As tough as they come, called him just a dream to coach for his maturation. And one that he apologized to in the recruiting process. His father, Ramon, played at FIU, felt like they missed the boat on him. Went to UNF as soon as he got in the portal. Ballard was the first call. Said, hey, I'm sorry, we'd love to have you. As Lou pokes that one loose from Abar, possession still with the Panthers.
I mean, you look at these guys, Braden Lou, Adrian Woolley, these are freshmen. Last year, this time, they were getting ready to probably go to the state tournament or something like that. Now these guys are playing great minutes, handling the ball, floor generals for the Owls, and doing a great, great job.
Well, Braden Lou was doing that, taking Alexander High School, the Cougars, to the state title. Picking up State Player of the Year honors in the process.
There, you get your butt in his gut, but when that defender's on you that close, that's the perfect time to do a spin move, and he read that defense well and was able to convert.
Can we just get a butt in the gut reference for me there, Coach Jay?
Yes. Yeah, when a post guy is posting, you tell him to get a little low. Really get your defense, get steals, and get stops. That really ignites your offense, and it's showing out here with that 22-4 lead.
Presbyterian, 1 of 9 from the floor to speak to that. Oh, Braden Lou! No, sir!
Getting used to feeling that basketball again, you know?
Well, I believe it. Your name is Truck. You were the one that was breaking hands and elbows. No one was doing that to you.
I hope so, but I tell you,
their defense has picked up for this season.
And that's something Golding talked about. He said, yeah, they're really talented on offense, but do not overlook their defense. They play tenacious defense. And Woolley turns it over. And this is a UTEP team entering tonight, 8th best turnover margin in the nation. 17 turnovers forced per game. That's second nationally.
Yes.
The floor of Conference USA is the ceiling for some other conferences this year.
Not the roof.
The floor. That's a deep cut right there. That's a good one.
Antoine Petway was a water bug. I mean, a very fast, pesky guard that played great defense once he got strong at Alabama, and that's how he coached his team to be.
Yeah, y'all haven't brought up you've been on opposite sides of the Iron Bowl.
That's true. We don't want to go there. We'd rather talk about basketball now than football.
Cool stuff. He's fluent in English now, and apparently he does a little bit of trash talking on the court, Nolan.
Yeah, we learned that fact late. That one was interesting. Great reporting there, Maria.
And Tanner said, yeah, he was told that he actually has bad Italian after 1 year in America.
After just 1 year?
She was also a Conference Freshman of the Year, like how he was last year in Conference USA.
So you're saying it's in the DNA? Is that what you're telling us?
He's got a lot better bloodlines than I do. And Jade Barquette has more for us. Jade. Cottle, step back. Ka-ching! Simeon Cottle lights up the crowd, and the Owls lead by 5. And a timeout on the floor. Crowd into it as Simeon Cottle has dialed up 17 points. A 6-0 run for KSU. Cottle, top 5 in the conference in scoring, lights it up from distance.
This is his assignment, and he did a great job.
Woolley. Over 20 points for Adrian Woolley in a Conference USA high 8 times in league play. 11th time in the last 15 games. Cottle, top of the key. Kansas, Simeon Cottle with 16 points thanks to his third 3.
Great movement inside that paint by the Owls.
Simeon Cottle's moving all sorts of ways right now and dropping it in double figures with 11.
Well, he didn't get inside the paint, ladies and gentlemen, but he put that ball up inside the basket, which that's all that matters, huh?
11 for Cottle, coming off a 30-point performance in which he went 10 of 14. Nick McDevitt, head coach of the Blue Raiders, so impressed with that margin. Meanwhile, he's got to be impressed with Justin Porter rattling in back-to-back 3 balls and 3 so far here in the first half.
Well, Justin Porter
Cottle takes it himself and has the runner. 18 for Simeon Cottle, who's taking control of this ball game and warrants a timeout as the Owls have their largest lead of the night. Cottle, the masked man, locked in, trying to give the Owls a win in the Conference USA WAC Challenge.